Moved by Councillor Lawler, seconded by Councillor Mendocino, that the following bylaws be read a first and second time. Bylaw number 2011-239 to adopt official plan amendment number 118, Belial Investments Ltd., 1781 Castle Street, and bylaw number 2011-240 to rezone certain lands on Castle Street, Belial Investments Ltd., 1781 Castle Street.
Deputy Mayor Jericho.
Please note my conflict as Belial Investments is a client.
Okay, your conflict's been noted. Any further discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? It's carried.
Moved by Councillor Lawler, seconded by Councillor Mendocino, that the following bylaw be read a first and second time. Bylaw number 2011-253 to rezone certain lands on McIntyre Street West, 2277111 Ontario Inc., 489 McIntyre Street West.
Any discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? It's carried.
Moved by Councillor Lawler, seconded by Councillor Mendocino, that the following bylaw be read a first and second time. Bylaw number 2011-241 to designate a site plan control area on certain lands on Castle Street, Belial Investments Ltd., 1781 Castle Street.
Deputy Mayor Jericho.
And please note my conflict as Belial Investments is a client.
Your conflict's been noted. Further discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? It's carried.
Moved by Councillor Lawler, seconded by Councillor Mendocino, that the following bylaw be read a third time and passed. Bylaw number 2011-241.
Deputy Mayor Jericho's conflict's been noted. All in favor? Those opposed? It's carried.
Moved by Councillor Lawler, seconded by Councillor Mendocino, that the following bylaw be read a first and second time. Bylaw number 2011-254 to rezone certain lands on McIntyre Street West, 2277111 Ontario Inc., 489 McIntyre Street West.
Any discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? It's carried.
Moved by Councillor Lawler, seconded by Councillor Mendocino, that the following bylaw be read a third time and passed. Bylaw number 2011-254.
All in favor? Those opposed? It's carried.
Moved by Councillor Bain, seconded
Phillip Penna was back at City Council on Monday in hopes of finding a resolution to his year-long battle with the former Corpus Christi Church. The motion to rezone the property passed Council's first and second readings, with the third decisive reading slated for 2 weeks from now, but Penna fights on.
My understanding is that they've passed first and second reading of the motion to rezone and to have an official plan amendment for the church properties, Corpus Christi on Castle Street. Third reading happens 2 weeks from now, and after that becomes the opportunity for appeal to the Ontario Municipal Board. And so right at this particular moment, it's passed first and second reading, which I'm not surprised by, but we'll see what happens 2 Mondays from now. The game is never over till it's over. And we'll just see, between now and then, we'll be talking amongst ourselves about what we'll do beyond that. So at this point, we're sort of holding our own and just sort of giving a wait and see, and we'll be thinking about what our actions will be beyond 2 weeks from now, if it indeed passes.
Tell us a little bit about what the possible actions may be at that point.
Well, the most obvious one would be to appeal to the Ontario Municipal Board, and we'll be looking at that. There may be other sort of non-legal avenues that we could take in terms of seeking clarification on the argument that we put forward, addressing this to other authorities, and sort of we could go to court and seek an injunction. Those are kinds of things that we really want to avoid. We don't want to do anything that would sort of, jeopardize that kind of a feeling between ourselves and them. That said, we're still disappointed that we were not persuasive, that they were not persuaded by our argument that they don't have to deal with it this time. Therefore, we have to think about what our response will be to that. And our concern has been that if our appeal to the Vatican is successful, that decisions that are being made here would impact what remedies would be available to the Vatican on our behalf. And this is what we've been trying to defend. And I do believe the City Council understands that. And I do believe the City Council and their staff have tried to do whatever they could within the framework that they work in to address that. And I want to acknowledge that and appreciate that. We're simply not convinced it's enough.